Mr. Speaker, this is one of those bills where I saw it first last week and got to contemplate it over the weekend. I was watching the big game on Sunday, and I thought, you know what would make this football game better? Maybe they ought to let Alan Wright call a play, because he's the equipment manager for Kansas City. Heck, you know, Brandon Hamilton, stadium operations director, he could call a play. He probably knows what play they should call. Mike Broadway's the director of player personnel. He should be allowed to call a play. That'd probably make the Chiefs even better. In fact, heck, while we're talking about people who support the Chiefs, Taylor Swift should get to call a play. But they didn't let Taylor Swift call a play. They didn't even let Jenna Brandt, who's engaged to marry San Francisco quarterback Brock Purdy, call a play. Heck, Mr. Speaker, Travis Kelce darn near mugged Andy Reid. They didn't let Travis Kelce call a play. You know why they didn't let him call a play? It's not their job. An interesting factoid is that the UVA Board of Visitors first met May 5th, 1817. Now that's okay. That's 2 years before the University of Virginia started conducting classes. And why? Because to have a university, you have to have a Board of Visitors. Now I was looking at this bill and I thought to myself, well, what does the Board of Visitors do? Anybody have that question? I'm gonna answer it. The Board of Visitors serves as a corporate board. They establish the mission and the purpose of the university. They set faculty and staff salaries. They fix tuition and fees. And they approve changes to their curriculum. Now, when this bill came through the Higher Ed Subcommittee of Education, I was introduced to the United Campus Workers of Virginia. You can look them up on X, formerly known as Twitter, at UCWVA. I invite you to do so, please. Because if you look them up, you'll learn a little bit about the United Campus Workers of Virginia. Now, again, we just talked about what the purpose of a Board of Visitors is: serve as a corporate board, establish the mission and purpose of the university, set faculty and staff salaries, fix tuition and fees, approve changes to the curriculum. Now, if you look at ucwva.org or at UCWA at Twitter, you'll see a whole lot about how we can get more benefits. You'll see a whole lot about how United Campus Workers of Virginia want to get more money for themselves. You'll see a whole lot about how UCWVA sees this bill as a way to get more power. But what you won't see is UCWVA expressing any concern with the mission of our state universities. Nothing. You won't see a darn word about UCWVA trying to bend the cost curve down for working Virginia families who just want to have their children have a little bit better shot than they did. You won't see anything about changing the curriculum, and you won't see a darn word about better plans to run a better university. There's a lot about joining your union and how collective bargaining is a win for union workers in universities and colleges across the Commonwealth, but nothing about how to make college more affordable for those from challenging socioeconomic circumstances. Now, I think the most important thing to know in life is that there's a lot I don't know. But I do know that when my voters sent me here, they wanted me to try to bend the cost curve down in higher ed. They wanted me to try to make college more affordable, not less. This bill increased costs. When my voters sent me here, they were concerned with making sure that more of our children had access to higher ed, not fewer. This bill does the opposite. When my voters sent me here, they were concerned with us maintaining a competitive edge against higher ed, not just in North Carolina and Maryland and Pennsylvania, but in China and Russia and Lithuania. So I understand that sometimes when we're running for office, we might look and see a block of voters, maybe campus workers who are in charge of landscaping or physical plant or grounds maintenance.
House will come to order.
But what
the member, he's giving his speech.
But what?
Not making a lot of noise over here.
But what we won't see, thank you, Mr. Speaker. But what we won't see is looking out for those people as helping our children. What we won't see is looking out for those people doing our jobs to ensure that more of our kids, not fewer, can afford to do a little bit better than their parents did. The Board of Visitors at the University of Virginia was the first Board of Visitors that I know of, I could be wrong, College of William and Mary folks, in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and it's existed for over 208 years, or 207 years. We've never needed the physical plant or the maintenance staff or the groundkeepers to set salaries or tuition or fees or missions of the university. This bill is a solution in search of a problem at best and pandering at worst. Thank you.